All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Boy That Thinks podcast. This is episode number 3. I can't believe it. The season is moving so quickly. Remember, big up to Drive Unique Cars. So if you want any cars to rent, you can go ahead on their website or you can follow them on Instagram. Ensure to follow them and also to mention Boy That Thinks to get 10% discount on all vehicles. Remember, they have a wide variety of vehicles in their fleet. So big up to them. Also, remember, my blood drive is September 11th at the National Chest Hospital between the hours of 9 to 2:30 p.m. Right? So just please, the flyers will be on my social media platform. Please to come out and donate. We're in dire need of blood. Our blood banks are depleted. Right? So let us just not wait until we're in need for us to go out and donate. So come out, let's save some lives. Remember, 1 pint of blood save up to 3 lives. All right? So love that for us. And my special guest here, Lij
One more time.
Lij Tafari Smith.
Well, go on, everybody.
Yes. Japan man himself.
Konnichiwa.
First
of all, we just take a step here. By the way, the blood drive is very important, but we are going to the hospital. I go to the hospital. Which country? We can't take you.
Remember? I'm not going to do it with to the Lij.
The hospital.
The hospital.
All right. Can't take your speech. Media man.
Okay, brother. Lij, please, let's just not do this. So let me just tell you guys, by the way, right? So Lij is one of the first person that I know whilst I was living abroad. He was one of the first person that I met on Jamaica on Twitter, right? And so we've known each other from them time there.
About 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, that was so long ago. Yeah, man, we were very young, we were immature. And we've gone through the emotions. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you no still. But yeah.
We could agree.
Not at all. After a while, none at all.
So you see how this will take place now? It should be even possible. But thank God for Jesus.
Thank God for growth and thank God for Jesus.
All
right? So, Lij is living abroad in Japan. And, we all know him now. He's a favorite on social media for a lot of different things. So I definitely had to squeeze in an interview. He's a very busy man, by the way. So, he had to be here. So, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it, sir. But before all the Japan thing and before all the singing and the, from Kingston to Tokyo and all the excitement, you been through a journey. It was a process. So a lot of us, we're seeing you right now, Lij now. We can just take us just a little bit back without mentioning what high school you went to. So you can just take us back just a little bit.
All right, so I went to Kingston College. Fortis Cadres, Cedar and Non-Potes.
Right.
Thank you for the lessons that we've learned at Upper Elitson Road, moving on to North Street. But all right, so where we start from?
We can start about you being a child. Like, were you always like this? Like, did you always have this personality?
All right, so when I was a child, I knew I wanted to do media from I was 4 years old. I saw the Simon Kraskill, the Neville Bell, all those people on television. I never know what they were doing, but it just seemed like a lot of fun. And then, remember, I get up after go to school and we used to just love it. And Alicia Moulton White, like, I get up and see in my ear. I'm just wait for her face. Come on. Big up Alicia, by the way, if you watch it.
Yeah.
And I just knew that I wanted to be someone who spoke publicly. I didn't know what it was at the time, but move on to that, went to Vaz Prep. Vaz was
a big prep school.
Yeah. Look how get a prep school. Vaz was, very instrumental in just
molding you.
Me. And so I went there, did what I needed to do, went to KC. At that time, I had dropped media. Because boy get big and boy get shy.
Yeah.
And them little some there. So I think I wanted to do accounting. When I realized that accounting never worked out, because I used to get some bad 32 and some bad 25 and them someday. We just let the accounting thing altogether to the point where I wanted to do tennis. Then tennis couldn't work out because tennis was very expensive and my parents couldn't afford it at the time. So I said, you know what, let's just do something else. And I ended up doing media by doing the arts in sixth form and then go Karamak. So big up Karamak at UA.
All right, so you were at Karamak. And I think when I came back to Jamaica, you were at UA.
Yeah.
Yes? How long?
Well, it depends because we spend our only per years. So if you go away and come back, would have still that Karamak.
That's what I want to get into. How long you were in your program for?
6 years.
6 years.
It took me 6
And
years
this
to
is a
finish
3-year
UWI.
program?
Of course.
3 years.
Yes.
And you took double the time.
Double the
so
time.
you could have basically go back at UWI now and teach.
No, I could have go back. That second time could have been a master's.
So what happened the first time, Lij? Why did you stop?
So not understanding who I was, because when I moved from KC to UWI, you know, they always say that sixth form is the year of preparation.
Yes.
With their sixth form, I played Dandishandi and Baccalaureate. So like, in our mind, we never even did think say this was something that we needed to take serious to look towards our future. And I remember one day my friend came to me and he said, yo, give me 5 bills. I'm going to apply for Carimac for you, because for me, the biggest thing in my life was to be in a white shirt. Me just want to KC sixth form.
Okay, one with the white shirt and a tie.
Yeah, just the white shirt and tie. You reach at boy status, nothing else don't matter. A matter of fact, when I got to sixth form, it never occurred to me that upper six was even a thing, just lower six. And I think it was because I was grading myself based on my family standards. So at that time, I'd be the first person to go to a traditional high school, the first person at sixth form. So I'm like, all right, I'm now at the top of the game in my family, so I don't need to do anything. But when you see other people around you doing all of the things, then you're like, maybe it is a case where I don't reach it, I need to do more. And so my friend applied for Carimac for me. Maybe Muda there told her sell back juice at this point. But I did it and I got through. What was weird is that he didn't get through. And so I just think that it was purpose personified in that moment.
But before we even go there though, did you feel pressured in any way, shape or form, being the first person to go to a traditional high school, the first person to be in sixth form, and I'm now thinking the first person to go to university? Did you feel pressured? Like, hey, I have to perform, I have to make use of my time?
You know what is funny? I never felt pressured at the time. I think I was very complacent because I know that my life wasn't hard. And so my parents gave me all that I needed to go through. So for me, I was just going through the motions. And I wished I had some challenges that could have prompted me to do better at the time. But the challenges come a little later, so you can ask me that. But yeah, man, so I never felt any pressure. I was like, all right, I'm a reach. And boy, that wasn't the way to go, because it showed in my grades. The first year I went to UWI, you know, everybody go to classes, everybody wants to make a good impression. I am there thinking about fashion, what me can wear, which friends me can meet, because me cloak up in a yard, you know, I got high school. So the first time I was able to go to UWI, which is like a whole other world, big city, you know, you start meeting people from country, from Barbados, from Trinidad. I just did not know who I was at that time. And so while everybody was trying to figure out what grade I'm going to get in first year, I'm trying to figure out who I am. So pick up the wrong set of friends. I don't think it's the wrong set of friends. I think it's the right set of friends. But pick up the people them who them just never mean no good. But you don't know that. You think everybody's your friend. And so everybody clocked them 70s, 80s. First year, I failed 5 courses. Karim, do you know how many courses you do in your first semester at UWI?
I don't know. I didn't go to you.
5. 5.
So you failed all 5 of them, my friend?
All 5.
So at that moment, though, I'm assuming now you're like, okay, well, I need to buckle up. Like, I need to start taking this seriously. No. You still go through the motions and enjoy life.
He's a very stubborn person. Like, things have to come 2 and 3 times for me get it.
Yes, you're very stubborn.
So then now I said to myself, all right, so fail 5 courses, but I always had this mindset that, everything go work out. So you don't have to change nothing. It's just the universe going against you. Second semester, fail 4 courses. So
fail past 1.
Yeah.
But at least you're improving.
Shut up. But at this point, me failed 9 courses out of 10 courses. No, I don't know how to tell my parents this, because I wasn't a dunce boy. Waste time, never dunce. And you sent me a warning. Them send me a warning to say, listen to me, your first year was pretty much, you can say shit by your show, shit. So you need to just know, say, you have one more chance and you're out.
And then you realize that, hey, I know I have to buckle up?
Nope.
No. Wow.
Because remember, that's just the first year. And how much more years I have?
You have
5 more. So 5 more years. So when we feel that now, basically copy and paste first year, again a second year, same thing. This time I actually get a letter. And the letter says that at this point, you are kicked out of the school. You know what I'm going to do? Take a summer work and go work on a wharf. So
my question to you is now, the friends that you gained, right? Your first, 2 semesters, they were passing as well? They were doing well? No?
Yeah, from most of my friends, they were doing well because like them a star. From Carmack, them a star.
So you just did that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. So are them people them laugh with you, but them do them work.
Yeah,
so,
them people they bad.
No, me have to rate them.
No, me hate them because I waste my time. Why you never tell me say I try studying them something someone can know?
Well, they're self-accountable, young man.
So my question now is, okay, so then you got kicked out of school.
I didn't get kicked out, but it was a warning.
A warning.
And then a stronger warning.
But then you stopped going completely and you started to work at Wharf.
Yeah.
As what? A
So
security?
no, hey, if you shade me one more time for your show.
No, I'm not shade my friend, but that's the
You
accident.
mash up away. No.
Let me say the youngness, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so that's about 2014, 2015, thereabouts.
Okay.
I went and I had worked with Sangster's bookstore.
Yeah.
But they didn't have like any more space in the office to like sell books and stuff. And it was a summer job. They decided that they wanted people to work on the warehouse, so clean off the book them, transport them to Mobay, Westmoreland, whatever. So I just prepared the books and stuff. And what was supposed to be like something that lasted for 1 month it lasted for about 3-4 months. Them time, my father thinks me I do my master's now, because my father's the type of person, him don't really check in. Like he's not gonna check to see, what you're doing in school, whatever. And I thank God for him every day, because I feel like if him did know, would I feel away. And he basically gave me the money to go to school. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna just floss the summer. Cause I know saying in my mind, say me nah go back to the school. Shame like dog. Like me don't want to go check my credits, me don't want to look for my grades, whatever. I just did not want to go back. And I just, what you call it now? The F word. You know the vocabulary?
But you can't talk about
no, our S word. Our S word. Our S word. Our S word.
Talk about F and a S, you know.
Our S word.
What is the S word?
Spree. We're there on a spree.
Okay.
I'm gonna just spend the money and just go work our house.
So what made you restarted? Because now you're young, you work your own money now, you know. Your father don't really know anything that's happening, so now you're living it up and you're living life.
That's right, I know, that's right.
Love that for you. So what said, okay, here it is, Lij, restart this.
So I think the opportunity came up to the TV for the very first time. So I was on Talk Up Youth, Big Up Empress. And when I did that on season 5, I think she had said something to me there, and then she's like, you have so much potential. Like, you need to be doing something else. And then another show came up the moment I was finished, because Talk Up Youth is a show with like panelists. So like you don't really get the chance to be that singular person in that show. But she's like, nah, you definitely have potential. And while I was there and while I got into Talk Up Youth, I was thinking, what's the next thing I could do? But in my mind, I thought, I need to get this degree. Because if people see potential in me, Jamaica don't work in that way where people see potential and you're not going away without it. You have to get the paper.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me go back and try one more time. That one more time turned 3 more times.
So how did the Talk Up Youth thing happen? Did they like put out a public notice?
Yeah, man.
You know?
So them do them thing you have to write, because they give you like 5 topics. I think I remember writing 5 essays on it. And then they wanted a personality video. So them telling me I'm like a BlackBerry with party green and party. You know, like how Samsung phone look now where people, they have the little static. I saw me in my static, I record, hi, I'm Lij Tafari Smith, and record. I remember recording it about 40 to 50 times just to make sure that I got on that show. And when I got on that show, like I knew that there was something that was coming. And
you liked it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it.
So now you're back at university.
Thanks for the reminder. Yes.
And the first semester back in, how did it feel to be back?
It was weird because at that time my friends would have gone. Like this time in a third, upper third. You know, like you have lower 6 and upper 6. Upper third. Upper third for the first time.
Yeah.
And so like I was finishing up my courses, and I remember like not knowing anybody there, but people would have known me because at that time, like I used to do social media gimmicks. I used to do like Magnum, Kings and Queens, like commentary on them someday. So people used to know me from then. So I would rap with people, wasn't close with any of them. So I still had people I was familiar with, but it was so much different because they weren't people I knew. Like my core friend, them tell them start work and them actually start do things. So I was being a professional student.
Did you feel ashamed at any point? Like,
shame like dog, Karim. They want university because then shame like dog, Kayat boy, you know.
Yeah.
First of all, me and Karim used to have this argument, and every time of an argument, Karim tell me I have one orange shirt. Funny enough,
you have to bring that up on my show?
I used to always tell Karim same too old him for go look at work. But hear what is funny. I am wearing an orange shirt today. from the same company, but it's not the same shirt. But I said that to say, I said that to say.
Why you bring it up? We're having a serious conversation in the lead.
You know me not hide nothing. But I said that to say, me did love clothes and me did love fashion and them looking something there. So coming back and the clothes them I had this, I had that with no work behind it.
Yeah.
Shame. So like when people would graduate, I would literally stay missing from school in October to November because it used to hurt me to see people in them lounge suit and them white shirt and
just
white skirt. And it's not me. Yeah. And they have this thing where you graduate and you come back from Carrimac. You have this thing where you come back to Carrimac and you show off your gown and whatever.
You don't want to say about that show.
Me don't want to say I got my 8 in a gown. Me want dash on a gown. So and I just used to be missing from school in that period. And that is exactly why I worked at Wharf because it would have lasted from August to graduation period. So I did that in a calculated way.
You stated earlier that, life was financially okay for you, right? But then something happened.
Yeah.
What exactly happened?
So my mother and my father partied. That was long ago, but it just started getting rough because at that point, she was just transitioning. She had her marriage. We're not going to go in depth with that, but she had her marriage and it was rough. So at one point, it was just me and her alone. And so with other brothers coming into play now, it's like things would have been even more difficult. The school fee that I had wasted, that my father could have rolled out more and more and more of without even thinking about it. It became harder to come by. Yeah. And so I think I became more appreciative now of the fact that, 300 grand a year, it's something that a lot of people don't have in cash. The fact that I had that so many times and flunked it and wasted it, and people have student loan, post up them picture, big up Andrew Olney, so did all him named the inner student loan something long years ago, and you make it in a life, So I see him. So me never want that happen, So I just had to think about how I was privileged in that sense. Yeah. We never had it all, but we had more than enough. So I just never want to waste no more time.
So then you started to take it more serious. And you're like, okay, yes, this is it. And you graduated after 6 years.
Yes.
So
I do 6 farm. I do 6 farm at UE. But Faye Ellington was very instrumental in that again. I don't want to take over your show and chat, but I remember.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so Faye Ellington, she literally said to me, Lij, not a lot of men come through Carrimac because the ratio of men to women, the disparity is very large. And so just hearing, because she was my role model at the time, still is, but just hearing her say, you have the potential, which would have reminded me of the person who said it before as like, no, I hear this 2 times, it definitely is something that you need to consider.
So then you left UA and you started to work on a TV show.
I was actually doing TV while I was failing UA, but it continued. Yeah.
And you had your own show. What was the name of it again?
It's not my own show, but I don't want to call the name because I'm not associated with it in any way. But it was on CVM.
Okay. So then you had that show and it was going good?
It was going well.
Yes.
Up until the point where you realize that television doesn't necessarily always reward you in the way that people think it does. I think since then to now, my life has been a life where I want to be rather than to seem. And I feel like a lot of people don't know the truths to media. And this doesn't speak to Jamaica only, but like even other spaces and other countries, other platforms. People see you on television. People see you, well, them can't see you on radio, but you get the point. Yeah. People hear you on radio and them think, like you have it together, like you have the networking, but they don't know the work that you have to put in. There are a lot of times when I had to be self-sufficient to the point where it broke me. But then other people are also expecting from you. Yeah. So it was me trying to pour from an empty cup. And in that moment, you take off your nose to spite your face. And you're like, that before, but okay. Yeah, your nose big.
So let me just ask you something now. Because I remember having the conversation with you when I was trying to transition into media. So when I just started my podcast, I think you were one of, if not the only person that I reached out to and I was like, hey, you were in media, how was it?
I remember that.
So I'm trying to go into radio and all of that, and you were honest as ever. your last moments in Jamaica, it might seem that things were on the up and up for you. You were hosting corporate events. You were on the TV.
Yes. Social media was enjoying it. Like, them love it. They're
you
like,
were
Jano.
the person now to look out for.
All right, extra now. But
No. Like, who else in our age group that you could have said, well, you were in the media like that. So to me, things were going good. But we don't know what really happened.
Things had seemed good.
Right.
Because, you know, when you have the contracts and stuff and they're telling you, oh, we own your likeness, we own your image, we own your image. You can't speak about certain things, whatever. Like, you have to hold it down. And so you realize that even simple things that you want to do, like post on social media or whatever, like they want to be harboring over you and telling you what to do. And I was like, you don't pay me enough for that, you know? So like there was a point where I just decided that if it means that I'm going to come off television, it's okay, because the aim is to be rather than to see, oh, you can't come off for TV because we want to see you, oh, we don't see you upon this again, oh, we don't see you upon that again. No, imagine, and it don't look no way, because if you do that and if it's your thing, then that's fine. But imagine being on a television set, you look damn good. Somebody book you pan at 89 I got a town after the show. It do not look good to me.
Factual.
I mean, I know about nobody else, but it don't look good to me. And I never forget one day, I left my yard and I go and somebody else say, yo, brother, if you drive now, you know, you're not supposed to be in the same bus, you know, and I'm saying, this is the perception that television comes with, and I don't want to live that life, because if me know, so I have to get up and run every day and hide for you not see me, because more you think say me I live a life or have this upkeep. Yeah. It's tiring. It really is.
So the opportunity now to go to Japan, how did that come about?
All right.
You were still in media at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still actively in media, like doing campaigns. And at that time, funny enough, it made crazy money, but it didn't make crazy money like very often. So it'd be like, oh, you get a roast, yes, so you get a roast this or whatever.
Welcome to media.
I mean, I said, and then, you know, lovely corporate, I love you corporate, but you know, you wait months.
All 6 months.
So corporate want you do them work tomorrow, and then next year, you know, problems. So the opportunity came up. Funny enough, I did Japanese in school. That was one of the courses that I passed.
Oh, okay.
One of the courses that I passed.
Everything comes full circle, you know.
And the lady's like, yo, you need to take Japanese seriously, and me being a little troll, I say, I don't want to come in your country, miss. I wanted to go to France. That was my aim. I was good in French and them someday. Opportunity came up and I was like, Lij, you have to think about this. It just felt like it was something that you needed to do. And so when people ask how you get it done or what was the mindset behind it, it's always that I wanted something different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes you actively don't think about somebody, your spirit tell you. Like something tell me, say, oi, there is much more to do. This is not it. You're being mediocre. You are falling behind. You should whatever. And it is to nobody's pace. Yeah. But for mine, I mean, just know something could do more. And so I was like, all right, let me just go to Japan and see what it brings. I had no idea what I would do there, but it was just something that I wanted to do.
So then you left everything behind.
Everything.
Every single thing. And you told your family that, hey, I'm going to move to Japan. What was the reception like?
Go on, give me money and send come back. Like everybody was supportive, and that's the thing. You see, in my life, and I think it contributes to my confidence, because people are like, Lij, you're so confident, whatever. I've never had anybody in my family tell me no. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is something that is so instrumental and something that everybody needs. Yes. You know, you have like a bad mind cousin or a little sister was saying, you can't that, or, oh, when do the TV thing, whatever. I've always had people highly invested in my paths and my choices. Yes. Even if it means for watch a show, even if it means for give me a feedback, financially, nah, but the push. So my friends would say, Lij, like, why we don't go to Japan? Like, at this point, you're going, like, more people are knowing you, whatever. And they might say, oh, that thing they're not for you, or, oh, you've never been a teacher, whatever. But as I say, I don't know somebody made the decision already. I told my family I didn't tell anybody. So if anybody remembers me at that time, people knew I got to Japan when I got to Japan.
Right, yeah.
Like, I said it to no one because I just wanted to make sure that I get there and do whatever. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
So the transition now, I think it was your first time traveling, yes?
First time leaving the country. So no, it's
your first time on your plane.
No, I take a plane go Mobile before go look for my auntie.
Oh, whoa. Well, the first time you're going to, international waters, over international waters, it's not like it's New York or Florida, no. This is the Japan.
Yeah.
The transition from Jamaica to Japan, what was that like in the first instances?
All right, you mean the actual route, the traveling, the experience?
The traveling, the experience, the language barrier, the cultural difference.
Oh yes, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put up my foot. Hold on. So when me now pick up myself and me stay in a JFK, cause them telling me, I say, okay, USA for the very first time, we reach now. Cause you know everybody want to go foreign. Reach USA, we in the airport, layover, this, that, the third. Started to board the Japanese plane, and it just felt real to me at this time because I've dreamt, like literally dream about it like months in advance. And I never forget, I dreamt like there was this airport with a lot of snow and whatever. Me, I said, yo, me, I travel for you. But then the day actually came, and you know, it felt surreal hearing Japanese people speak on the plane, and me, I say, Jano, me really are going. And you know, you start thinking about the 14-hour flight, and imagine me not having taken a plane before and then having one of the longest flights ever. So then, you know, they're on the plane was crazy. Like, them do Japanese food. Boy, I don't know no about sushi at that time. So, every time my belly I run on plane, you know, belly I run like Sharika, Elaine, and Brianna will come eat. Big up yourself, Brianna. So, like, my belly I run. Right now. And I finally get there.
Yeah.
And it's like me did mesmerized.
Yeah.
Because not only is Japan the first country that I go land in fully, but it's something I've never seen before. Like, me would have loved if you could have got Japan, like, even to just experience it for a day. Martin can tell you, because Martin love anime from he was a fetus.
Maybe like, can send me a ticket so I can come.
Anyways, as in the question, we could have really find myself come over here. Anyway, so yeah, just to be there. And then I was in Tokyo, so it's like a whole heap of vibes, skyscrapers. You see anime Pikachu run over here. You see somebody with Pokemon Go. Like, you see the race cars that people always talk about. Like, it was just, everything was fast and it was so different. And then I went to where I lived like 3 days later. Quite different. Countryside, apartment, little. I lay down on my bed for the first week. I said to myself, God, which decision I make? Because me that come over here as influencer, at boy, and but you see, when me realize when me look outside at beer, old people I work with them dog, me and say, you see, you know, if I come to Japan and nobody never sent me over here. So it took some while getting used to. A lot of culture shock. Like, there are toilets that are in the ground where you have to squat, actually bend down and use the toilet. Oh. And then the food was something that I wasn't necessarily used to.
When I say the toilet, I mean the ground. Like, Like in the ground.
Yeah, I don't know latrine, but you have to bend down. Like, you have to bend down. And that was the first toilet I saw when I got there. And I was like, no, like, me never do my research or my Googling enough. But after a while, you know what I started doing? I started thinking of the challenges as something exciting. So every day, I had the mindset that, this that you're not used to, you're going to see it as something good and see how well you can acclimatize to it. Because people talk about traveling and people say the Japan and people love it, Kareem. But a lot of people don't understand that it's not easy moving to a country, especially a country that you don't know anything about, the barriers of communication, just things that are different. They just do everything different. It's not easy. It is a lot of mental fortitude. But just looking at it in the bright side, because I try to be as optimistic as possible, that's how I was able to go there and flourish.
So you've been there now for 2 years, 2.5 years?
2+, yeah.
Are you going to be living there permanently?
You asked me that question here before. I'm not really sure if I want to live there, because I feel like, for me, the possibilities are endless. Like, I don't know what in my mind or what God give me, but sooner or later, Japan is going to be somewhere that is of no use to me. Yes. Like, there's always something to learn from, and that's why I'm not leaving yet, because I know that there's so much more for me to do, but sooner or later, it's going to be somewhere else and somewhere else.
So will you be coming back to Jamaica to live? No.
Yeah, water. Hold on.
Even I gave you the water earlier. Yes. I can't bother with this. Like, what feel like say, oh my God, have mercy, man.
A joke. Ultimately, I want to move back to Jamaica.
But
make I tell you this. There is no place in this world that is as nice as Jamaica here.
Factual.
You see, even though we have the negatives, and I mean, we not forgot through it, because you know the whole works. Jamaica just has this special thing. I don't know if it's our bias because we come from here, but I love our people. Yeah. And so I'd probably say if I am to come back, it would be a visiting relationship with Jamaica. Like, come, dip out. But for this to be like my home permanently, no. At this point now.
What is next for you though, Lij? You're doing so many things, and I know that you being an English teacher is not the end goal
Oh no,
for
that
you.
that is literally my holding
And-
space.
Right. Like you have a personality and you have a space in media. Is media going to be, yes, your base, like this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. What is next for you? Come and see you sing now, yeah, dance, yeah, the whole person.
That's right.
Like,
can't
I'm
dance
going to
too.
JCDC. I don't get dance expressions. I
dead.
don't know.
I get into a festival song next year. Because Stacious can win everything.
No, but I say it too. Say just with the $3 million, I'm going to ask Christ next year, I enter.
Stacious, if you're ever for the want to get at least 500,000, I'm not fussy.
Yeah, that's truth.
Yeah, so I've been considering music.
Yes.
I'm working with a very small team at this point.
Yes.
And this once again came from just being in Japan. I'm just thinking that the possibilities are endless. Like just taking everything and just working with it. Hey, enough we have enough talent in it, and even you yourself, like the talent for media and them something there. Like the time you used to take and get trouble on social media.
But we're both giving trouble.
Yeah, and it's good that you're
Yes.
now able to come and turn that energy into something good.
Definitely.
And I think, I mean,
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's like, you are Beyonce, thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, so I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, all of the energies that I've had, like, me have whole heap of day when me there in Jamaica and just depressed and sleep and whatever, like, I have been reignited. And so anything me can do, I am
I can
doing
do
it. So
it.
I'm doing my master's.
Oh, really?
If it's a case,
Love
yeah,
that.
yeah, if it's a case where I can lecture, then I'm not opposed to that. But best believe when I finish that lecture room, I'm going to do music or I'm going to do something else like content creation. So I don't know, but I know I want to do music. That's my new project now. I should probably do something in fashion because a lot of people have been asking for that. But I'm waiting on that, the voice that says, Lij, get it
Do it.
done.
What about your YouTube though?
What about it?
Yes, where's this? Let me not see it now. Let me look for
All
it
right.
and I can't find it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
keeping it legit, by the way. So in a day one, we get 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, I know, I remember.
Yeah, and then I feel like YouTube is not something that people should take as an easy task.
Oh my God, yes.
I think also when you, not saying that I did, but when you do things without the passion, after a while, it's going to show. I find that I love creating content. I hate editing content.
That's why I don't edit.
And so, when I go back to Japan, I have an editor, so it will start again.
Okay, love that.
But at the beginning, I liked it. Midway, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, me never hear anybody say, oh, me not like YouTube. I literally did not like YouTube after a while. So, and if anything about me, if I feel like there's something that I'm doing that I'm not passionate about,
Yeah.
I'm going to discontinue it. So I'm going to try again and hopefully it works out. But if it don't work out, like I have 10, 15 other things I can do.
Definitely.
So it works out.
So we're talking about walking into your purpose, right? And I think that you are
Like
walking
Joel Osteen.
and you,
And Joyce Mayers. What you say now?
I think that you've walked and you're still walking into your purpose. You've taken 6 years to get a degree. You know, you've tried many different ventures and you left at the pinnacle of your career. For me personally, and for other Jamaicans who were just watching on the outside looking in, you were doing it all, but walking into your purpose. For persons who are watching right now, who are very much confused as to where they want to go, what they're doing, or other persons are telling them, well, stay in this field because it looked good publicly. What would you say to them?
I would say that remember that purpose is not necessarily where you serve, but also what serves you. Amen. Because even though I loved media, in that moment I was serving in media. Media never served me. Yeah. I feel like this job in Japan has done both. Like it's been lucrative on both sides. So if it means that you should wait on the voice, no, don't get complacent now. But wait on the voice, be quiet. Don't look at another person's path because a lot of time comparison is what gets you. No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't compare because comparison can help you to know where you are. Don't make it get to your detriment. Just listen to the voice and also seek it, because a lot of times we think we are hearing a voice and we are listening to the voice of our friends or listen to the voice of our mother. But when the time comes, you will know. Yeah. So in my song, it say, you never rush a move, you just know when I your time. That's what I would say to you. Because for me, don't stop me, because I know I'll stop you, I won't stop me. For me,
I'm tired of this.
For me,
mighty God.
Like, even for media, I feel like I was supposed to do it to learn a lesson. to go away and to come back to it. And that's what I'm talking about, like purpose and timing. So I know that when I come back to media fully, I'll be doing it way differently, knowing now what I know. So just go through the lessons and listen to the voice. That's all I have to say.
And where we can follow you on all social platforms?
You can follow me at Legitimate, LIJITIMATE. That's it.
On Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Yes. And when your song getting released, because we need to hear the song now. You have a music video. Like, can I sing some backing vocals? Like, what exactly is happening? Like, we and I have spoken about this before. You know, I'm gonna tell us I'm ready for the studio time.
By the way, guys, if you look at, you still have your old Facebook?
Why are you going to talk about this?
Karim was a 7-day Adventist. Hey, don't talk.
All right, it's time to end the show. Thank you so much for watching.
Karim was a 7-day Adventist singer, and he was the group leader in the Backstreet Boys. He can harmonize, you see? Boy can harmonize. See? Boy a things, boy a sing. So, when you hear him talk about backing vocals, don't take him like him have shaking and voice. So, but
You don't say, but I don't know if this was a good idea.
no, we just remember when you're up on the stage.
No, but why you have to remember that?
I was church, me remember everything.
But now I tell the people that was church.
Hey,
leave me alone in the name of Jesus.
All them four for them. One used to call themselves Boys in Christ or something like that. Or something like that. Anyway.
God. I'm tired.
But
Whoa.
the music.
This is crazy. Lij. This is come here for? The music. When are we going to get the song and
you
the
know
video?
what the thing? Karim did swear things. If they can come pull out the surprise him. You never know ready for him.
We never expect this.
Ready for him.
Mighty God.
It was a good video. Bless God. Touch me. Bless God.
Please, leave it alone. Tell me about this song and the video.
All right. The song, we're going to give you the release date, so look out for it on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
But it's coming very soon. It's actually completed, so I just waiting on my team to tell me whatever, and then I'll let you guys know. But thanks for the support, and thanks for keeping
Man, we're waiting,
legit.
We're waiting. Come to keeping it legit. Thank you so much for being here, Lij. You've grown tremendously, I must say. You've gone through it and back, and the personality that we knew back then is no longer that person. And I love that you're now honing your craft, and you're so confident in what exactly you want to do, and you're gonna go for it. A lot of people that move to Japan and be like, well, I make money here, so I can leave out the social media things, and you're still pushing yourself. And I think that, is a motivation for many. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Have a
Before you
safe
finish,
flight.
don't wish me to say flight yet. I want to say, no, come, bring back away camera.
Oh my God, it hurt me.
I also want to say, congrats to Karim, because I think, what you're doing now, because we've watched you, and what you're doing now is something that I think is necessary, especially for Jamaica, because you have made so many people uncomfortable with what you're doing. And if it makes people uncomfortable, most likely it's the right thing you're doing. I love that you're able to, bring out a different side of people, allow people to speak about things that they don't want to talk about, and also do things that mainstream media in Jamaica is afraid of. And I get why they have to do that. So you continue being a vessel for those people, and I know you're going to go far. And when you get the Dr. Miami link again, I have one ab, I want 5 more.
You want to my friend?
Not really do much. Just a little abs.
Yeah, man, you want the little reveal and them something.
On that note, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Lij. Remember to go ahead and follow him on all socials. Remember to like, share, and subscribe on this video. And my radio show is every Tuesday. By the way, we spoke about the nurses, the healthcare system in Jamaica last week. Yes, last week. And I must say, I don't know. There have been a lot of people who've reached out to me who, is willing to donate monies and all of that. So, thank you so much for all the nurses that have been sharing, or that have shared their pain and what exactly they're going through. And this is why I do what I do, right? So if mainstream media don't like it, so you go, you understand? And I'll drop asleep. Thank you. My blood drive is September 11th at the National Chest Hospital, and that is 9 to 2:30 p.m. 9 to 2:30 p.m. And remember, drive unique cars, go ahead and follow them, and you get 10% discount on all vehicles. And thank you guys so much to my team, Martin and Davion. I thank you so much. And Mr. Lij thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Come back, You're not coming back. I eat this. Jesus, I loved him. It hurt me. Thank you, Martin. I can cut off the camera and hear me here.